On this week's show, Liberty lands its new head football coach, Jamey Chadwell. We'll share his resume and why he's the perfect fit on the mountain.
Plus, we'll update you on the incredible story of perseverance from former Flame Yana Babbitt. It all starts now. You're watching Flame Central.
An early Christmas present from Ian McCaw in Flames football, and there's some bowl game news to drop as well. It's a new chapter on the mountain, and we cannot be more excited. Welcome inside our Flames Central studios. I'm Matt. She's Emily.
Matt, what a couple weeks it's been here in the Berg. This type of chaotic Christmas atmosphere makes me feel right at home. We're going to hit the hardwood shortly, but some pretty big news to lead off with on the gridiron.
Yeah, on Sunday, it was the news that all of Flames Nation had been waiting for. Who would be the man to lead Liberty football into the Conference USA era? And it turns out that guy is Jamey Chadwell. That name, it may be a familiar one for Flames fans. Chadwell comes to the mountain from LU rival Coastal Carolina. Liberty played and defeated the Chanticleers in the 2020 Cure Bowl. Prior to being the head coach at Coastal, Chadwell also faced the Flames as the head man at Charleston Southern, where he took that program to unprecedented success. He's a man of strong faith, an offensive mind, and a winner everywhere he's been. That made this hire an easy decision for Flames athletic director Ian McCaw.
Obviously, Jamey Chadwell is one of the most accomplished and sought-after coaches in the entire country, and there have been numerous Power 5 schools that have approached him in recent years, and I think the opportunity to match him with Liberty and our mission was really the difference maker in this case, and he just is a tremendous fit for our program and our university.
I'm not only a believer, but I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. And when you have an opportunity to impact people at the most prestigious institution of higher learning from a Christian background as Liberty University, you don't pass that up. I believe God's ordained this opportunity for me, and I'm blessed to be the football coach here.
All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from Chadwell's career as a head coach. In 2020, he won multiple National Coach of the Year awards after leading Coastal Carolina to an 11-1 season. In fact, over the last 3 years at Coastal, he's made winning the norm, posting a 31-6 record and taking them to bowl eligibility 3 times. And don't forget about what he did at Charleston Southern. Far from a football powerhouse before his arrival, Chadwell led the Buccaneers to 2 FCS playoff appearances and averaged more than 8 wins per year during his 4-year stint there. Pretty impressive.
Man, this gets me fired up. Ian McCaw told us that Chadwell was at the top of his list, and now I know why. I mean, this guy wins everywhere he goes, but also he's genuine. I don't think the football guys are going to have a hard time buying into him.
No, and he's a perfect fit for the mission of Liberty University. As we said, and you heard him say, strong faith. He feels like God led him here, and he's a guy that can continue to build upon what Hugh Freeze has done here the past 4 years.
We need to get him on the Flame Central podcast. Speaking of that, let's keep the conversation going because there is so much to say about this hire for Liberty football. We just told you where Coach Chadwell has been and what he's done at each stop, but on this week's Flame Central podcast, powered by
Alcova Mortgage.
Yeah, our football analyst, Joe Yock, explains why Coach Chadwell could find more success here on the mountain than ever before.
The hires along the way have been so good, and now you get a guy where you've got everything available to you. You have all the facilities, all the support from the administration. The fan support is increased. So what do you look for in a coach?
Yeah.
And that is, okay, here's a guy who's won with less.
Yep.
Right?
Big time.
And so when you can say that's when you know, okay, we've got everything in place. Now you go out and find a coach who, hey, he may not have had the best facilities. He may not have had all the financial resources. He may not have had all these different things that come with a big-time job, and he still won and won big time. That's a hard place to Coastal Carolina and Charleston Southern.
Well,
Are you kidding me? Like, you start going through the resume, places that he won at. Now you take a guy who's got a really good coach, really good experience in the coaching world, and then you put him with all this.
And
it's got home run potentially written all over it.
If you want to listen or watch, yes, we're now on YouTube. Be sure to check out that entire episode. It's the Flame Central podcast powered by Alcova Mortgage. It's basically a movement, people, and you need to jump on the bandwagon. We're serious, we're informative, but most importantly, we're completely off the train tracks with our stories. Find out why Matt Warner made me walk from the Barnes & Noble on Wards Road. It's a good time. Join in on the fun. Download and subscribe to the podcast
I still don't know if I buy that story. All right, we're not done with exciting football news just yet. On Thursday, Liberty defensive end Durrell Johnson was named to the Walter Camp All-America team. Johnson was part of the second team after leading the nation in tackles for loss this season. The senior tallied 22.5 TFLs to go along with 8 sacks. He was a disruptive force on a really good Flames defense, and now he gets some recognition for it. Second team All-American, and I would bet that's not the last accolade he receives before it's all said and done.
I agree with you, Matt. What an accomplishment for Durrell. Looking forward to following him in the NFL draft process. But wait a minute, Flames football isn't over with just yet. Liberty is going bowling for the 4th straight season, accepting an invitation to play in the roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl. Hey, sunny South Florida to play a little Christmas football, Matt. Let's hop on that flight. The Flames will play Toledo on December 20th in Boca Raton, Florida. The Rockets took the MAC championship title with a 17-7 victory over Ohio. Kickoff is set for 7:30 p.m. at FAU Stadium. If you want to take the trip, head over to libertyflames.com for more ticket and bowl game information.
All right, we turn to hoops now, where Liberty rode a 3-game win streak into their Tuesday night matchup. It was supposed to be against a school called Clark's Summit, but when they went on a COVID pause, the Flames swapped them out for a school right on their doorstep, the Virginia University of Lynchburg. This game was supposed to serve as a tune-up for Liberty as they begin a tough road stretch after this, and, well, it served its purpose. 12 Flames scored in this game, led by Darius McGee, who had 21. It was his 7th straight 20-point game. Brody Peebles also played well. He chipped in 16, including a dunk of all things, while the freshman point guard Colin Porter poured in a career-high 14 points. In the end, the Flames hit triple digits and win by the final of 101-49. Liberty improves to 6-3 on the year and now looks forward to Monday night's road test against Oral Roberts.
Pretty close game there. Will this next contest be any more competitive? We're talking about Rhett's rules, and we're taking it to the court. When he's not handing out trophies for the best performances of the week on Warm, Hot, and Fuego, our very own Rhett McGibbon is going around campus and finding the best of the best in each Liberty sport. Then he makes the rules. Rhett's way. Take a look.
Hey there, friends. Welcome to Rhett's Rules. Rhett McGibbon here alongside Liberty Flames sharpshooter Emma Hess. We're going to do a 3-point competition in just a moment. But first, Emma, when was it that you fell in love with the 3-point shot?
I'd probably say it was my 5th grade league championship game. I hit a game-winning 3, and I was like, yep, this is it.
That sounds like a lot of fun. All right, we're going to let you at home take a look at the rules. Emma and I, we're going to go hit the racks. Let's go.
So the rules are as follows. 15 balls on 3 racks placed around the 3-point line. The shooter has 45 seconds to complete the challenge. Most threes made is the winner.
All right, ready, set, go.
All right, so my honest thought here was that I would hit 3 to 4 shots. After laying a great foundation for my future brick house, I was feeling the pressure pretty early.
You got 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Ooh, okay.
Finally, I drain one. The start of a run? Not even close. It was the beginning of the end.
Come on, you gotta hit the rim at least.
Now, not only was I in my own head at this point, the mic pack was about to change the rating of this show with my shorts falling off.
5,
Oh, that's horrible.
4, 3,
This
2,
is just embarrassing.
1.
Even the camera guy's laughing at me. 1 out of 15, a sparkling 6%.
3, 2, 1, go.
Now we get to see Emma put me to shame. It took just her second shot to tie it up.
We're tied.
And then,
Yeah, that was the competition. 35 seconds left.
let's just sit back and watch Emma work.
Oh no.
Emma shot 38% from deep her freshman season. Let's see how close she gets to that.
18. Oh, there's 4.
While the center area may not have been her favorite, the near wing was money.
Oh, 5. Oh, she's catching her rhythm over here. 3 seconds left. Get the last one off.
She buries 8 out of 15 for a smooth 53%. She clearly dominates the first round, so we head to the Rets rules change. Wanted to keep it as close to their sport as possible this season and add in a fun twist. So as you can see, we replicated a TV timeout minigame. 20 seconds on the clock and the most baskets wins. After wasting one trying to hit my basket man in the face, we both struggled to drop one until the 10-second mark where Emma pops a couple in a row.
Oh, I got one.
Did ya? Man, I'm close.
Got another one.
I finally drain one, but it's too late.
Oh, 3-1.
I got 3.
Well done. Well done.
Emma takes the Rets rules portion and claims victory on this day. Another one in the loss column on this edition of Rets Rules.
Okay, so to Rhett's defense, he has 8 kids. He needs to build a pretty big brick house. So that's just what he was doing. He's just a good dad.
No, listen.
Real talk. How many would you make, Matt?
Oh, I don't know, 12. No. I want to see Rhett take her down into the post. Let's see who's laughing in.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
see who comes out on top when Rhett gets her down in the post and he just backs her down. That's where Rhett would shine.
Yeah, no, I really do think I could beat Rhett. I think I could make maybe 3. You could not make 12. We should go. We'll hit the court at the break and we'll see what's going on. All right, coming up, the remarkable story of perseverance and healing in the life of a former Liberty track athlete.
Plus, Rhett McGibbon again joins us as he names his top performances of the week. It's Warm, Hot, and Fuego when Flame Central returns.
A college degree is more than a diploma. It's taking control of your future and finding that next step. At Liberty University, we not only care about your career, we also care about your calling. And we want to help you learn, develop, and grow so you can make an impact as a champion for Christ. Over 450 online programs, 1U, infinite possibilities.
Does education mean a room with 4 walls, a desk, and a PowerPoint lecture?
Or is it something bigger?
What if it's the people beside you, 1 chair away or 1 ocean away?
What if it's the chance to learn from your mistakes, as well as your victories?
And the push to keep going either way.
What if it's the freedom to reach for bigger things without missing the little ones in between?
For each of us, education looks a bit different.
Because we're each a bit different.
But at Liberty, we think education might just mean something big enough for all of us.
That's Liberty to us.
What will Liberty be to you?
At the fence, leaping! Wow! The 5 pylon, he's in.
Calling for your specific. And at Liberty, we're committed to equipping you to pursue that calling. Choose from more than 300 residential programs of study, or design your own major through interdisciplinary studies, and be confident your major is the perfect fit. No matter how specific your calling, you'll find a program of study to match at Liberty University, and become your best as a champion for Christ.
Welcome back to Flames Central. Yana Babbitt was a former javelin thrower for Liberty Track and Field. 5 years ago, we told her story on this show when she was in the midst of pain and suffering. But today, she shares how her injury and recovery acts as a reminder of how far God has brought her and his faithfulness along the way.
It was October of 2015, and it was a Saturday morning. I was doing box step-ups with 135 pounds on my back. I had just gotten done with my set. I was coming back to rack. And as I was going backwards, I tripped up with the weight on my back, and I had 135 pounds go straight down onto my back. They airlifted me to UVA, and they did the surgery. And so I have 5 bones that are fused and 2 rods and 9 screws in my back now. They basically told me that I was not going to be able to walk ever again. But God had other plans. I never thought that lifting again or working out again was ever going to be part of my life again. Back in 2015, when I had the injury, everybody on my floor was all spinal cord injury related. It was amazing to be part of that community. We all could share and we all understood. And then once I left there, I didn't have that outlet. I didn't have that person that could relate. It just definitely made it hard to be able to get at a point where I wanted to live because I was in so much pain. My faith was definitely very shaken and it was very hard. I lost sight of God. I did not want anything to do with God. It took some time for me to be able to find God again and trust God again. Within this past year, I would say it's been the hardest. When it first happened, it was easy to talk about God, and it was easy to share that all that God's done in my life, and knowing that, okay, I'm gonna be able to come out of it. But then after I came back in the last 4 or 5 months has not been easy because I'm now able to walk, I'm able to do everything, but at the same time, I'm in a lot of pain. And the rest of my life, I now
When you see yourself at that point, what was going through your mind?
I definitely did not see a life without pain. Wanting to even live was not there anymore because of just how much pain I was in. And so it's watching this it's a good reminder of what God's done, you know, and what he can do. As hard as it is, and looking back, it was a hard time to have to go through that. And I wouldn't want it on anyone else, but at the same time, so I'm able to now share and relate with someone that is going through that. CrossFit is very humbling, and that's probably the biggest reason why it's drawn me or has kept me in it. So passion for movement is my biggest thing right now, only because I know what it feels like to have gotten it taken away from me. It's like really cool to kind of share what God's done in my life and how now I'm able to do stuff that I would have never imagined. There's more to God and there's more to your story, and so, like, you know, gotten me through it, and so it makes me happy to be able to share what he's done in my life, because he's got a bigger plan and a purpose for you. It's an honor that I went through that to be able to share a light in others.
Just an incredible story. Thanks to our own Jonah Jabor for producing that piece. All right, time now for Warm, Hot, and Fuego. Of course it is. Rhett McGibbon's here. Top player moment of the week in Liberty Athletics. Rhett, what's our theme this week?
Small town America. Love it.
This Greenwood, Missouri native can appreciate that, Rhett
exactly.
McGibbon. All right, let's hear it. Warm. Who are we starting off with?
Bella Smuda from Exton, Pennsylvania.
Exton, okay.
You know, you're looking through, I love to dig into like Wikipedia, what's special about that town. The Exton Square Mall, and they have a Lowe's. That was the big hit.
Tough to beat.
Yeah,
tough to beat.
You gotta love it. Bella Smuda, you know, you like to look at a program and a team and say, okay, what is the secret ingredient to that team's success this year? And I think Bella Smuda is the secret for Liberty's success this season. Coming off the bench, if she can dominate, and typically, you know, you have your starters come out, the opposition's gonna bring their starters out as well, and you kind of play that matchup game. Bella Smuda has the opportunity to really dominate in those minutes. This last game against Radford, 11 points, and I think that's key. If she can go in and provide a spark offensively, dominate on the glass, and just be a ruthless threat around the basket. She's huge, right? She should be able to just dominate. That would go a long way for Liberty basketball this season for the women.
She's basically another starter coming off the bench.
Really
We
is,
know how good she is. All right, from warm we go to hot.
All right, this is a play men's basketball. You know, this last game, the slamma-jamma, the alley-oop there to Van Zandt. And then it got me thinking about Porter, and he's from Ashland, Kentucky, another small town. What's the big thing there? The Ohio River. It runs through.
It does.
That's great.
I go through that town every time I'm driving home. Yeah.
Okay, it looks like a great little place to grow up.
We've eaten at the Little Caesars nearby there more times than I'd like to admit.
I was kind of wondering, like, I was thinking of how I could tie this in. There's the dunk, you can see it. I was thinking, okay, Porter's got great flow. The Ohio River flows through, you know. I was kind of going with that, but he is going to be so much fun to watch over the next few seasons. Van Zandt's got all the tools to be a star. He's just so athletically gifted. But Porter, the way he sees the court, you can tell from this freshman season, it doesn't really feel like, for me, that he's had that hiccup of like, uh-oh, things are going awry. He has just come in and he felt almost like a veteran presence right from the get-go.
Yeah, and he's developing that chemistry, too, you're seeing week after week with his teammates. All right, finally in Fuego, who we got?
All right, Meredith Engel. She comes in off of injury and has done fantastic things since then, but she's from Dillsburg, Pennsylvania. Okay, another small town, and what do they have there? They have fairs going on all the time. Their fall fair.
All the time.
It feels, it's like Fairville. It's like if you're watching a Hallmark movie. This is one of those towns that just, you know, they have pickle soup there. You think Dillsburg, right?
They better,
that would make sense.
Yeah.
ASUN Female Field Athlete of the Week. Her personal best in the pentathlon, ranks #1 nationally right now.
Wow.
That is huge. And she's coming off injury. So a great story here where she hasn't been able to compete in quite some time. And the fact that she's now healthy and is just showing what she's got. Like, just a tremendous gutsy effort by her. I'm sure you got questions in your head coming back like, hey, how is everything going to work with this injury? Everything was great.
Looked great, and we're going to try some of that pickle soup. Brett,
I'm down.
Great job as always. All right, when we come back, one Liberty wide receiver shares his favorite moment as a Flame, and it's a good one. That's all when Flame Central returns.
A college education needs to work at your speed. Let's get you on track at Liberty University.
Where you train is where you learn how to say, I know this. I've done this. I've got this. I'm ready. So you can surpass expectations when they say you're hired. At Liberty University, you'll train in world-class facilities as you prepare for a world-class career.
Future career will ask you to analyze, assess, implement, react, make smart decisions in a split second. With the Liberty University degree, you'll be ready because your first day on the equipment comes long before your first day on the job. Get ready to take on tomorrow, today.
So you're looking for a university that has anything you could possibly need.
Anything?
You want a place that has the programs you want to study.
I think I'm going to sign up for the fashion design program.
All right. A place with state-of-the-art facilities.
And who doesn't love big-time sports?
Somewhere you can hike, slide, climb, and most importantly, eat. And all that with a great view? Yeah, I think I know a place.
Welcome back to the show. Such an exciting time around Liberty football right now. The hire of Jamey Chadwell, the bowl game, but there's also nothing wrong with looking back and celebrating something in the past.
You need to work on living in the moment, but that's what we do with the My Moment segments we've been running this season. We ask Liberty players to share their favorite moment as a Flame, and this week, CJ Yarbrough takes us back to that huge win at Virginia Tech in 2020.
My name is CJ Yarbrough. I'm a wide receiver here at Liberty. You know, I have a couple plays that I would say are my favorite. My first one would definitely be Virginia Tech. We're on like the 39 or so.
3rd and 8 for Willis, and 8 yards is what you need to continue this drive.
That's CJ Yarbrough out there, number 13. Willis will look his way, and Yarbrough goes up and makes the catch.
The pocket's collapsing on Malik.
Willis's arm was hit when he threw it.
He trusts 13.
And it was just straight up in the air like a wounded duck, and Yarbrough shot it down.
And I came down with the ball and set us up for 1st and 10.
Snap back to Willis on 3rd and 8. In the pocket, looking, crosses up downfield. Caught at midfield and down there. CJ Yarbrough, first down Liberty on the jump ball.
And then a couple plays later, I ended up catching the ball to set us up for the game-winning field goal. And so that memory will forever stick with me.
Puts the Flames up in Blacksburg.
Everything, it goes back to God. First thing I do is I thank him in my head.
Thank the big man upstairs for that one. Watch that big 6'3" frame go up and get it.
Without him blessing me with the ability, I wouldn't be able to do it on my own.
I shared this story on our Flame Central podcast, which she'll tell people how to download in just a moment. But remember, I was in the middle of the woods camping, and I didn't even know that they had that huge win. So
yeah. Well, they did. I'm glad you finally found out. All right, hey, check out the podcast. You'll really enjoy it. We hope to have Coach Chadwell on in the very near future. Also, go to libertyflamecentral.com for any stories you might have missed. She's Emily. I'm Matt. We'll see you later.